Greetings Nerdy List aficionados, and it's trailer explain time yet again. And okay, I'm super excited for this one. Legit goosebumps. Well, not right now because the lights are hot. I was skeptical when they announced the premise of this, but this trailer, my hopes are up. Please don't dash my hopes. So we're going to break this down. There's a lot to this one. It bears repeat viewings and the editing is solid. Okay, I'm gonna stop gushing. So The Watchmen is a hugely influential graphic novel written by Alan Moore and published from 1986 to 1987. Alan Moore has some feelings about it, as well as feelings about whether you should call it a comic book or a graphic novel. Also for the impact it had on how dark things became, along with the publication of The Killing Joke and The Dark Knight Returns, that one written by Frank Miller. All these comics really changed the landscape. Alan Moore also had a pretty public falling out with DC, but this isn't about that. This is about this trailer. So this Watchmen series is set to take place in modern times, or our time at the time of filming this. And as a result, it takes place post Ozymandias' plans coming to fruition, but it clearly did not bring the era of peace he had hoped for. The trailer showcases a world divided with a whole sect of Rorschachs, with a mission that pits them against the cops. Cops who are themselves masked, perhaps to protect their identities, or perhaps they're part of Ozzy's New World Order. They also appear to be a religious sect, standing underneath a banner of Psalm 65, with some of the letters blocked out, although it's unclear if they're worshipping God or Rorschach. This of course raises the question of what occurred with Rorschach's journal, which detailed his investigation into the death of the comedian, which ultimately led to the revelation of Adrian Veidt's master plan. When he sent it in, did it ultimately get published, or was it seen only by a select few, spread in an underground network? Of course it restarted the Doomsday Clock, as is foreshadowed by the stain which falls upon the shirt of the kid who finds it, right on that comedian's smiley. Cause it's a joke, isn't it? Although of course if we're going by Doomsday Clock logic, then yes, it got read. Another theory is that these Rorschach members are former cops who have read the journal and that they disagree with Ozymandias' methods, perhaps killing cops who read the journal but agree with what he did. You do see the one woman clip the badge to her belt before heading out. It would also explain why the sheriff at the trailer's conclusion verbally utters the words tick-tock. This trailer also features constant ticking, as was just mentioned. This of course is a reference, along with numerous other clocks, to the Doomsday Clock, counting down. The Doomsday Clock originally counted down to nuclear Armageddon, or that's what they thought at least. Maybe there's a new end target in this series. Societal collapse? The return of Dr. Manhattan? Of superheroes? We do see some masks in the cast, and see a couple in the trailer during the funeral sequence, and in other parts too. All in all, it's very cleverly cut, creating the impression that the scenes flow together, but it could just be a clever misdirect. We'll have to wait and see. For example, the collapsed people at the carnival, is that from the present or the past after the incident? Ozymandias, played by the excellently cast Jeremy Irons, appears briefly as well, looking pretty well too. So it doesn't appear he's been found out by the public at large, unless he's a bird in a gilded cage, or hiding. While this will be an original story, it will have ties of course to the original Watchmen graphic novel, but also potentially to the Doomsday Clock by Geoff Johns. The characters of Mime and Marionette have been cast, and they are prominent players in the Doomsday Clock. They are recruited by Ozymandias to help him find Dr. Manhattan. They also have a past with crooked cops. Now in the Doomsday Clock storyline, Ozymandias is a fugitive, as the journal's contents were published, and he now needs Dr. Manhattan to help save their world. Also, in this HBO trailer, Ozymandias appears to be reflected in a character's mask, as images of human atrocities alongside jingoistic imagery play against the background, implying that this series will also have some depth and symbolism, which was a huge part of the original story. One thing is for certain, this trailer is going to spark a lot of theories. Also, where were Night Owl and Silk Spectre? Are they going to be in it at all? I hope so. Maybe they were there already. So, long story short, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the theories, to Jeremy Irons, to the HBO-ness. Here's hoping it's not too Doomsday Clocky, although those universes merging is 100% a your mileage varies kind of deal. So let me know, what are you hoping for out of this series, and are you excited, or have trailers burned you too many times? Once bitten, twice shy. Let me know down below, and while you're down there, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course hit that like button, and we'll see you again soon here on Top 10 Nerd. Thanks for watching, bye!